And for right now, and for a couple times today, I'm going to be going over a bit about Final Fantasy XIV, the latest title to the Final Fantasy series, and our upcoming MMO. Are you guys excited? Alright, cool. So let's get started. First, a few things about Final Fantasy XIV. So, as you know, it's coming out September 30th for PC. We also have a collector's edition that you can pre-order and pick up now on September 22nd. We play 8 days early, so be sure to do that. And also we'll be looking to release this game on PS3 coming next year, so get ready for that as well. Alright, now we have 12 kiosks over here. You guys can feel free to try the game out. We have all 3 city states available, so you can check out any one of those intros and play a little bit of the game, play some of the battle system. But I'm going to go over the battle system in just a second here, so you guys be a little more familiar with how this game works, what it's all about, and let's get started. Alright, so in Final Fantasy XIV, there are 2 basic modes that you start out with in the game. There's passive and active mode. Now, while you're in passive mode, your weapon is put away. You have a little buff to your speed, your movement speed. You can move around a little bit faster, travel the world a little bit better, and you automatically regen your HP. But obviously, with your weapon put away, you can't battle against any enemies, so that's why we have active mode. When you engage into active mode, you pull out your weapon, your HP no longer automatically regenerates, and you get a slight increase to your movement speed, but you're ready to take on some of these powerful foes, like our Flame Drake right here, our Inferno Drake. Now on this scene, we have to the left our Lancer, the center is a Gladiator, and to the right is the Thaumaturge. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the UI that appears during battle. And this one right here, this bar that you can see at the bottom of the screen, represents the action bar. The action bar has all the moves at your disposal under whatever discipline you're playing as. And actually has 3 rows that you can fill up with different moves. You can map to different sections of the action bar, and they're also tied to the number pad on the number keys on the keyboard. Now each one of these moves can be executed in rapid succession as long as you have enough stamina. And here represents our stamina gauge. The stamina gauge gradually depletes as you execute each command. But as long as you're above these little bars here, this in-between bar in the middle there, you're able to do the command over and over and over again. And each command on the action bar represents a certain amount of stamina requirement. So if you cycle through your different abilities, the stamina gauge will change depending on how much stamina is required to execute that command. Alright, who understands it so far? Alright, I want to give this eye patch guy t-shirt if you like it.
Hey, thank you!
One of the nice armor features is there's a lot of armor customizability in this game, including the eye patches. So, get it? Alright. Alright, now we're facing this Red Winged Head. I'd actually like to point out this little symbol here next to the monster. This double red horn means it's the strongest enemy you can fight as a party. But we have different colors so you can check how strong the monster is before you engage it. Starts at a blue, or starts out to green, goes to blue, goes to yellow, goes to red, and these are the more powerful monsters. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the armory system. We have our Lancer here, solo attacking this Flame Drake. He's finding that his abilities as a Lancer aren't doing exactly what he wants to, facing this Flame Drake. So he's considered switching off to Pugilist. Now our armory system represents the ability for players to change disciplines or classes at any point in the game. By simply switching out the weapon in your main hand with a different weapon, you change disciplines and the abilities available to you. So you can level up different disciplines over time, and then whenever you want to switch to that particular discipline that you find to be more advantageous, such as a Pugilist, you simply switch out that main weapon and suddenly you're a Pugilist.
Can you do that in battle?
Now, you can do it technically in battle, but what you need to do is switch from active mode to passive mode in order to change armor pieces. So you run a risk of kind of getting hit, but there might be some strategies involved when you're in a party with people maintaining the hate on the monster, and you can switch to passive mode to switch out your weapon. Alright, looks like he's doing a little more damage to the Flame Drake right now. As a Pugilist, he seems to be hitting more often. Now, how many of you, when you're playing MMOs, you kind of re-roll a new character, try different jobs, but you want to, give it a chance to try different jobs. I mean, basically this system is advantageous for you guys, the guys who want to try out different classes, try out different jobs, and learn more about the game. You get a t-shirt for raising your hand on that one, thank you. All right, let's see him execute this Seismic Shock 2. It's a TP command. Now this TP bar represents kind of a special set of abilities known as TP moves that you can execute. Right there. Now let's talk a little bit about our guild lead system. Now how many of you when playing MMOs, you typically just try to burn through the early levels, you just want to get through it as fast as possible to get to the end game. You're like, I only care about the end game, I just want to get to the end. Seems like a lot of people. Stop out a couple of those for you. Now, what the guild lead system allows you to do is, we feel that people should enjoy those early levels. It shouldn't be a chore to just burn through it as quickly as possible to get the end game, especially since we're allowing for this multiple change in discipline, allowing people to try different classes out. We want you to feel like all that time spent working on those different classes is actually an enjoyable experience. So guild leaves represent an opportunity for anyone to do some short quests, and short quests you can either be done in solo or in a party, and you can go in for like 30 minutes, but it has a great experience game, it has a great guild game. You get a lot out of it, and they're all very different. This allows us what we think is a better opportunity for people to enjoy those early levels. They enjoy practicing their new moves as they come around. They enjoy trying out different abilities as they learn them. Especially when they have the guild league system that they can do, very frequently, very often, or at a short period of time if they only have that much time to play. So it really caters to all different kinds of players and allows them to really enjoy those early levels so they don't have to just wait till what happens when I get to the end game. You'll enjoy it all the way through. Yes, much easier solo also because the guild leagues also provide an opportunity to gain a huge reward even if you're just in a solo, and then also just a little bit more advantage if you're in a party. So this F-right note up here, this allows the character simply to teleport back to where they started the guild lead. So it allows you to do more guild leads more often, reduces your travel time, just makes it much easier to do these more frequently. Congratulations, Star Lancer. All right, that's the first half of our presentation. Now, who plays MMOs and when they get to an NPC and the NPC says, I have a quest for you, kill these 10 rats, they just look for that objective, they skip past all the mumbo jumbo about what's going on and why that's important, whatever. So, not only is this an MMO, but it's part of the Final Fantasy series, and we wouldn't be doing anyone a service if we kind of just let that happen. The people just would, skip past all the exposition, everything that's important to the storyline. So in Final Fantasy XIV, we created a series of cutscenes and interactive situations where players really feel immersed in this epic, grand story. They don't feel like a fly on the wall. They feel like someone who's really a huge member of the major storyline that's taking place. And this is kind of our alternative to an NPC just standing there and having like a block of text scroll by. We really created a variety of cutscenes in different levels of quality. Some fully voiced, others aren't voiced, but they're still very interactive, very cinematic. And yet we still have some NPCs who just engage beneath that block of text, but even then they're very animated, they move about, they're part of their world. So you can notice some of them moving around, interacting with the environment they're within. We wanted to pay a lot of attention to detail on not just the way we tell a story, but the beauty of the world and the articulate decorations of the architecture as well as the flora and fauna all around you. So you really feel immersed, you really feel like you're part of this world. You feel like, once you're in, you're sunk in, you want to learn what's going to happen, you want to be a part of it, you want to change things.
What's the, how good of a computer do you need?
What's that?
How good of a computer do you need?
Let me talk to you personally about that. A good one.
Yeah,
a good
really good at the end.
But then, it helps us extend our life cycle of this game, make it, so it doesn't feel dated 5, 6 years from now.
How hard is it to travel?
As I explained, in the guild league system, the ability to basically do guild leagues and do those kind of questing systems really quickly and get around the world is made much more efficient by the use of F-right and F-right nodes, allow you to instantly teleport from one location that you've already been. So that really kind of reduces the difficulty of travel time. Good question. All right. I'm sorry. Just to keep it kind of like neutral, you don't really say a lot of things, but you definitely are very interactive with people. You're engaged if they're fighting, you're engaged if they're experiencing some horrific tragic event or surprising occurrence. So yeah, pay attention to these cutscenes. It's kind of difficult at times to tell which ones are the in-game engine cutscenes, which ones are the CGI part of the intro. Really, all these represent, various ways to try to tell the story of this game, and you can see that it's thoroughly interactive. It's very exciting and vibrant. The camera angles and the cinematic aspect of it is very vibrant, very good. Oh, and also one thing I wanted to point out is that when you're actually involved in these cutscenes, if you come in with the clothes on your back, that's the clothes you see in the cutscene. That's the outfit you'll be in. That's the way that's the way you'll be looking at it in the cutscene itself. And you change outfit, come in with a different cutscene later, switch to that outfit. I'll leave that to play the game. All right, that concludes our Final Fantasy XIV presentation. The game comes out September 30th, so be sure to pre-order it. Try out our kiosk over here to get links to the game. And don't forget, we have a presentation panel at 6 o'clock at the main theater tonight. We'll be showing off the full CGI intro for the first time in North America. So